Hello, and welcome to the first summer 8-week session of Math 263. My name is Debbie Mills, and I will be your instructor for this course. I wanted to go over a few things to help you get started successfully. First, this is normally a 16-week class that in the summer is only 8 weeks, obviously. During the 16-week semester, students are expected to spend at least 10 hours a week working on Math 263, which includes class time. So for this class, please expect to spend at least 20 hours a week working on Math 263. Second, please be sure that you purchase WebAssign and get it as soon as possible. You can purchase it online. Make sure you go through our Blackboard site to get to WebAssign. You have a couple weeks free access, and then you can make the online purchase. I recommend the online book only. Third, be sure that you have access to the full version of Microsoft Excel. That is the only software that you can use, and it has to be the full version, not just the online version. The online version does not have all the tools you need, and you won't be successful in the class unless you have the full version. You can use either Excel 2010 or Excel 2016. My videos only use Excel 2010, so there's a few initial differences in how to find things. If you get stuck, you can usually find it if you search around in the software, or you can Google it, or you can email me and I'll help you. Now, if you have a Mac, Googling is your best bet, as I only work with PCs. In the discussion board, you could also ask the class, and fellow Mac users can often help. Okay, so I'm going to go over how to get started in this class by moving over to Blackboard and going over how the course is laid out. Okay, here in Blackboard, the first thing that you're going to want to do is complete the FERPA agreement, which is here in this tab. You will also need to take the course entry quiz by clicking this tab. This is not for a grade, but you cannot access any lessons for the class until you've taken this course entry quiz. You might even pause the video now to complete these tasks so that the week 1 lessons become available to you. Okay, next is the announcements tab. I will make any important announcements and reminders here. You should check your Wake Tech email daily as well. The announcements will be emailed to your Wake Tech email address. Next is the Getting Started tab. Click there and read about course organization, frequently asked questions, and grading. You can find the syllabus, the expectations for course success, and the testing dates. The Faculty Information tab is a quick place to access my virtual office hours, which I'll hold through Microsoft Teams. Virtual office hours will be on Tuesdays from 8 to 9 p.m. The next tab is extremely important. It's the Lessons tab. Here you will find the folders that will contain the weekly folders. Remember, you cannot see any folders in the Lessons tab until you sign the FERPA agreement and the course entry quiz. Under the Week 1 Content folder, you will find the Week 1 checklist. I suggest that you print each week's checklist so you can check off attendance checks and assignments as you complete them. In each checklist, you will find important announcements, any assignments that are due, and general guidelines for the week. Let's look at the Week 1 checklist. In the Graded Assignments section, notice that you have 2 quizzes in Week 1 lesson folder and an introduction discussion board assignment. In the attendance check section, you have 2 attendance checks, the course entry quiz and the introductions and discussion board. I'll have 1 to 3 attendance checks per week, and this is important because if you miss 4 attendance checks, then I can drop you from the class. I also give you the web assignments for the week and their due dates. Under lessons and study materials, you can see the topics that are in each week and the lab manual exercises that you should complete. Finally, under textbook, I have listed optional practice problems that you can try if you would like. Remember, you cannot see Week 1 lessons until you sign the FERPA and Academic Honesty Agreement and take the course entry quiz. Okay, I will click to go inside the week 1 folder. Here you will see a reminder to complete the FERPA agreement so that you can see the quiz 1 Excel check link. Next, you will find a discussion board assignment that's due Saturday, May 23rd at 11:59. Alright, I'm going to click on the Early Excel Basics Learning Module folder. You can scroll through by clicking the page numbers, or you can click here. Page 2 is Intro to Excel Video. Page 3 is a PowerPoint which gives you some algebra review and reminders on how to enter functions into Excel. Page 4 is a video on how to use GoalSeek in Excel. Page 5 is an Excel file which goes over how to find the ARC, the average rate of change, in Excel. Page 6 directs you to the pages in the lab manual that go with this section. Page 7 is the key to some of those lab manual problems. Finally, page 8 is an extra video from Mrs. Markovich, which goes over what I went over in the earlier videos. Notice that there are 3 learning folders in week 1. Early Excel Basics, which has 2 videos. Piecewise Functions, which has 1 video. Functions, which has 3 videos. Quadratic Functions, which has 4 videos. Week 1 also has a discussion board posting, Quiz 1 Excel check, and Quiz 2 over market equilibrium and piecewise functions. As you can see, there is a lot to do just in week 1. Okay, let me get out of student view and let's go back to the tabs. Some of the tabs, like the collaboration discussion tab and the WebAssign tab, will not be visible until everyone has taken the course entry quiz. That can take more time than I'd like, unfortunately. When everyone enrolls in the course, I will be opening those tabs. In the collaboration tab, you'll find the discussion board prompts. Next is the WebAssign tab. You will have web assignments which count for a grade. If you go back to getting started, you will see that WebAssign is 8% of your grade. Remember, you must access WebAssign through Blackboard. Okay, another tab is the Course Resources tab, which is where you will find the soft copy of the lab manual. I'm not going to be able to provide you with a hard copy of the lab manual because of current COVID-19 guidelines. The final tab of note is My Grades tab. I try to keep that updated as much as possible. Okay, regarding grades and tests, I have added the following comment in the syllabus. Your instructor may select some problems from any test or exam to ask a student to explain verbally, one-on-one, either on the phone or through Microsoft Teams. If a student is unwilling or unable to correctly explain their approach to any of those problems, the student may be assigned a score of 0 for the test and further may be referred to the Office of Student Conduct. Now, that statement has become necessary because of the online sources that students have unfortunately been using on tests and other graded assignments. And I can usually tell, and will be on the lookout for these occurrences of cheating. You will receive a 0 on the problem, perhaps the test, and they may write you up for an academic honesty violation. It will be especially important for you to complete the problems the way that I've taught you, the Mrs. Mills Math 263 Excel-based way. If you don't do it that way, I may have to flag you and ask you to explain. Just please don't do it. It really isn't worth the damaging of your future. All Wait Tech math professors are on the lookout. We have accounts to these sites, and we can spot the fraud. So you will notice some interesting test questions that might promote critical thinking as a result of this integrity crisis that we are currently experiencing. Okay, please feel free to email me with any questions that you have. If you have a WebAssign question, I love it when students send me a screenshot of the problem and what you put in the blank, and maybe even your Excel file. That way I can often answer the question while I'm out and about. Okay, that's it. I hope this video helps. I look forward to working with you.